Shalom, shalom. First off, we give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat. Excuse my voice, I'm a little under the weather. I had an aunt call me, one of my close aunts called me. Wanted me to give a little better understanding. I ain't even gonna say like a breakdown, but just some clarity on the scriptures on one of Paul's epistles in 2 Corinthians chapter 11. I think the main concern was verse 22. Where it says, are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. The thing about Paul's epistles that we have to understand first is that, you know, Paul was, especially in Corinth, Paul was giving it to him. Paul was giving it to him in Corinth. And if you go up to verse 6, if you go up to verse 6 in that chapter, he says, that's the 11:6, 2 Corinthians 11:6, but though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. So he's telling them, like, he's been rude in speech in this letter that he's writing. And once you drop down to verse 16, he's pretty much cutting all these people that's questioning, because they were questioning Paul. They're like, man, if you really talking to they was questioning whether he was really talking to Yahushua, man. Was he really anointed by Yahushua? That's when he had to say, man, Yahushua lives in you too, man. Don't you know? You know what I'm saying? Examine yourself. That Yahushua doesn't live in you. Matter of fact, that's over in chapter 13. Over in chapter 13, verse 1. This is the third, watch how Paul's speaking to him. This is the third time that I am come to you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. Like, man, this is the third time that I had to come to y'all. I told you before and foretell you as if I were present. The second time, and being absent now, I write to them which heretofore have sinned, and to all other that if I have come again, I will spare not. Like, bro, if I got to come again, I ain't sparing nothing, man. All right? Since ye see proof of Christ speaking in me, which to you were is not weak, but is mighty in you, for though he was crucified through weakness, yet he liveth by the power of the Most High. For we also are weak in him, but we shall live in him. We shall live with him by the power of Yahweh toward you. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves that how Yahushua is in you, except you be reprobates, except you be unfit, or except you be unproven, right? To have Yahushua dwelling within you. So that was questioning Paul. You know what I'm saying? You see even right there, he's like, but you go back, let's go back to the 11. And I said to verse 6, where he's showing that he's writing this letter and he's getting rude in speech, like he turning up. He turning up at this point. But he's also, you're gonna also see from verse 16 to pretty much to the end of the chapter, he kind of being sarcastic. He's sort of being sarcastic in his approach to how he's writing this epistle to these people to get his thought across, right? Let's start at verse 16. I say again, let no man think me a fool, if otherwise, yet as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little bit. So he said, let think no man. I say again, let no man think I'm a fool, if otherwise, yet as a, but, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna think I'm a fool, I'm gonna go ahead and act a fool, and I'm finna boast myself a little bit. I'm finna juice myself. Because y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, don't think I'm a fool, but since you want to take it there, I'm going to go ahead and juice myself up then and act like a fool. I'm finna just go ahead and act like a donkey on it, right? That's pretty much what he's saying. That which I speak it not after Yahweh. He telling you, I ain't talking the Most High now. This ain't an inspired word I'm finna give you now. But as if it were foolishly, in this confidence of boasting. Seeing that many glory after the flesh, I will glory also. Because he's saying that because they are listening to the people that are glorying in the flesh. They are listening to the TD Jakes. They are listening to the Creflo Dollars. They are listening to these people that they are looking up to, that are in the flesh, that are glorying in the flesh. Well, let me show you. Let me show you that they're not greater than me. Let me show you the things that I've done, because that's the level of your understanding. So that's how I have to reach you. I'm finna stoop to your level. That's what Paul is getting at. Seeing that many glory after the flesh, I will glory also, for ye suffer fools gladly. It says, for ye suffer fools gladly, meaning you deal with fools gladly, right? You allow fools to talk to you gladly, man. You suffer fools gladly, mean you deal with. Seeing ye yourselves are wise, because you think you so wise. For ye suffer, you deal with, if a man bring you into bondage, if a man devour you, if a man take of you, if a man exalt himself, if a man smite you on the face. I speak as concerning reproaches, though we have been weak, howbeit wherein so any is bold, I speak foolishly, I am bold also. And you see that I speak foolishly is in parentheses. That was added because they know that this right here is sarcasm. And they know they gotta give, you know what I'm saying, it may go over a lot of people's heads. So you gotta put that, they gotta put that in there. You know what I'm saying? The translators actually put that in there to let you know that this is some sarcasm that Paul's using, because he's speaking to fools. He pretty much like, if y'all gonna act a fool, y'all gonna come at me like fools, I'm gonna speak to you like fools, and maybe you understand it like this. Like he pretty much just, you know what I'm saying, he giving sharp rebuke here. He giving sharp rebuke through sarcasm. All right. And then we get to the verse 22. Are they Hebrews? Well, so am I. Are they Israelites? Well, so am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. Are they the ministers of Christ? Then they had to put it in parentheses again, because he was making a bold statement. I speak as a fool. I am more. In labors more abundant, in stripes above measure, in prison more frequent, in deaths off of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. One time you got 39. Thrice have I been beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep. In the journeyings often, in the perils of waters, in the perils of robbers, in the perils of my own countrymen, in the perils of the heathen, in the perils of the city, in the perils of the wilderness, in the perils of the sea. And he just pretty much running down his resume. Like, don't try me, man. Don't question me. You seen what I've been through. Why are y'all questioning me, man? Why are y'all not listening? Why are y'all getting tossed to and fro by these false prophets? Why are y'all listening to these folks? Why are you listening to these folks that are exalting themselves? And they can, and if they're gonna do that, then look, man, I can go to that level. I've done more. I've been through more. I've been persecuted more. If you want to go to that level, all right. And just to, and I hope this helps. It's also, he also goes into it with a similar dialogue in Philippians chapter 3 verse 5. Watch, he's having it pretty much just start from chapter 1, but I'm in chapter 3. Just start from verse 1, but for time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and just drop down to verse 5. He run it down the flesh. He run it down the resume again. Circumcised of the 8th day, of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, and a Hebrew of the Hebrews, as touching the law, a Pharisee, concerning zeal, persecuting the church, touching the righteousness which is in the law, blameless. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Yahushua. Yet doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellence of the knowledge of Yahushua, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahushua. And Paul just, after he gave that whole thing, he's telling them, man, none of that stuff means nothing. None of the persecution, none of the suffering. Though you slay me, what Job said, though you slay me, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that none of those things are the amount to anything, man, when it comes to the fact of you winning Yahushua at the end. None of the persecutions, none of the suffering. None of it matters. It counts as, Paul said it counts as dung, right? It counts as dung. Doo-doo, man. It's doo-doo, so it's nothing to brag about. So it's, again, it's just showing you that he was just being sarcastic in the moment, and I hope that helps with it gives a little more clarity on that. And you know what I'm saying? You know, Paul's epistles, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know that these are men also. These are men, and they have emotions. They have emotions, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people like, man, you know, this the inspiration, this the inspired word. You know, some of the stuff ain't inspired by the Most High. Some of the stuff, you know, some of the stuff written down, especially in Paul's epistles, are, you know, him emotionally dealing with certain issues and certain people. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like we jumped down to that 2 Corinthians 13. Like, man, listen, if I had to see you again, I ain't gonna spare you. But I'm gonna put them hands on you. All right, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.